High time people learn true intention of BJP, save Manipur from hands of BJP. Pumanil Kangleipa commemorates 293rd Pm-Istv Numit. Hello, you're watching ISTV English News. I'm Jay Xiaoinam, giving you the news in detail. Former Minister N. Loken has maintained that it is crucial that the people learn the truth about the intention of BJP and save Manipur from the hands of the party. N. Loken made the remark while attending the Vote Chor Gadi Chor campaign held by Nambol Block Congress Committee at Laimapokpam Bazaar Community Hall. The former minister further stated that people of Manipur have been suffering since BJP came into power in Manipur as well as India. This has also led to enmity among the ethnic groups and also external forces attempting to break Manipur, he said. Loken also pointed out the rise in suicide cases among IDPs living in relief camps.
Aduna tragedi aikoi punamak ithakta netpa aduna aikoi laucha singja kadabauta khuthingjala paibase aikoi soidanbani pochima uji pam to jo ani do jo aikoi da pairiba paisa do aduta ashok anama yepne adugi makada saitame jete na ama tharimne adu atai amolate achumbana joy oi hairimne ba oi da pa da thogasi nganga kini achumba haibasina aikoi noma nomugi mayak sengba praja miyam gi adugumba kholau jo dumak lakani aduna aikoi punamakta ninghan bipa tawbidana ngasi lengbi de ba khwai punamna chilaba china aikoi gi dambol block na sinjari ba sigumba board huran ba tham thadu u haiba sigumba campaign ta lengbi da mayam punamba ko amukka hanna thaga tapga loinana mayam punamako khoiram jari.
MLA T.H. Lokeswar alleged that the central government led by BJP and the previous BJP government of Manipur had only disrupted the harmony among the people and violated rights of the people. He also said it is high time people give benefiting action to BJP. He also claimed that President's rule in Manipur essentially equates to BJP governance in practice.
Loina karor kaya no bhai jumma mate botar mathu ji pithi de ramoya nambo isidasu India Pakistan kai to mein hoye leke section deo chitaji jumme ye president nu late se BJP ki president nu हम बुद्ध लेगा जाति पुरुष उसको हाइपोन मनु लेगा तीन खंबा BJP पार्टी ना खंबा को काबिल को हाइपोन मनु लेगा तीन लो अतुको चामनी में बुद्ध लेगा जाति पुरुष है ना खंबा लगा BJP party to Manipur in
Pm-Istv was observed today, commemorating the historical event of the burning of Meitei sacred scriptures Puya, which took place in 1732 during the reign of Pam-Haiba. Pumanil Kangleipa observed 293rd Pm-Istv at Yumnam Keso Community Hall at Naramthong. President of Kanglamai, Dilay Reclaimer, President of KIL, R.K. Sanahanbi, and President of CLK-CH Pakpi Chanu graced the occasion as dignitaries. President of Akoam Loop, Kangleipak, Sorai Sam Sanjit, recalled that on the 17th day of the Meitei lunar month of Mera in 1732, the then King Pam-Haiba ordered for burning of the Meitei sacred scriptures under the influence of Santidas Gosai, Bhagawan Das and Baran Das. It is also a dark day in the history of Manipur, and as such, he urges people forego festive marking for the day.
Ning wawa puning wakal nuai taba akoi khunai asiu maning halanaba honakiba numit asibu akoina matam chai khragi mamangda akomlu kanglei pakna sinjabani adubu apunba pumanil haidana tongan tongan ba lup mayam ama pullakanda hairiba thoramasi makhatana koi pangthok charaga lakchabani aduna numit asina lakpada numit asida akoi mamang thaktagi haurakanda akoi gi numit asida harau kumai makhal amatta isai nongmai lila drama na chingba makal amata khunai asida hairiba numit asidadi pangthok pidanaba haijaraga su lai ngasi su makata na adumak thamjari tungdasu hairiba numit asida harau kumai isai nongmai lila drama makal amatagi cinema drama na chingba amata tawbidanaba amukasu hanan ningsingjari.
Vice President of the Janata Dal United Manipur State Unit, Sanjoy Hantem, has urged the government to promptly intervene regarding the ultimatum issued by the Manipur State chapter of the Association of Healthcare Providers India, AHPI. AHPI has cautioned to halt services under the Chief Minister's Health Scheme CMHT and Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana PMJAY from November 6 if the government does not clear the outstanding dues owed to the healthcare providers. Speaking at a press meet, he reminded that patients from poor financial background have been able to seek treatments at hospitals because of these two government schemes, and it was unfortunate that AHPI Manipur chapter has decided to hold services due to the government's failure to clear outstanding payments. He worried this move could plunge many underprivileged patients into dire straits. He then made fervent appeal to the government to release the pending amount before November 6 so that the patients can continue their treatment without any interruption.
Private hospitals to laga leriba pithokum thokpa scheme ani sigi makhada to laga leriba pithokum thokpa atun ba senpham sing ase outstanding due sing ase pithok pire haraga hairiba khudong chaba si makata na phanganana ba sinbiyo awa ana laiba mayam singsi chief minister gi haksel card lady prime minister gi haksel card lady haidana khajik to resuma bungninga harau jari bani aduna manipur si thoibi irang asina maram morga awa ba mayona dana lady ba sigi matakta asigumba awa ba ama simu amaga amkan nan sinbi batargadi lairaba ana ayak singi imung sing uba thangba ngamdadana achauba misimina thoani Association of Healthcare Providers India Manipur State Chapter gi phungdor iba pawgi wapum si seriously lobire haraga sarkar gi pithokum thoku pesa si pithok piraga awaba si ko onview.
Private Schools Development Council PSDC Thawal District marked its 16th Foundation Day with a function held with the theme Education for Empowerment and Innovations at Fancier Higher Secondary School Okram, Wangwataba today. The function, participated by representatives of 75 private schools of the district, was graced by Deputy Commissioner Thawal Hana Kamai, President PSDC Thawal Saddam Jotin, Zonal Education Officer Thawal Yanko Machoba as the dignitaries. The function was marked by presentation of Best Teacher, Best Student Awards and felicitation of school founders under PSDC. Addressing the function, JDO Thawal Yanko Machoba highlighted the change in education system and urged teachers to adhere to the NAP 2020 guidelines while teaching students. He also commended the efforts made by PSDC Thawal for the welfare of the students under the district.
Ahamgi learning stage ki maroya class of stage masida koina national education policy ki matungina koina ahead of name thamga angang sing se masida pa reading with comprehension aduga basic numerical ability se masi public phata le ko namlo ko le ko ni masi ko na dagati ekoi ke lebaki economy le masi yamna aso ba aduni achoba
Distribution of Community Investment Fund for Kobru Kaunu Village Level Federation of Nambol CD Block, Kainau Gram Panchayat under Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission was held at Kobru Community Hall, Kainau, Thongthak today. Organized by Kobru Kaunu VLF under District Mission Manager Bishnupur A. Amarjit, the function saw the presence of Block in Charge Nambol KSH Abhijit, President Kobru Kaunu VLF G. Tampasna as its eminent guest. During the function, Community Investment Fund amounting to around 15 lakh rupees was distributed through checks to self-help groups. MBK of Kobru Kaunu VLF Puspa spoke to media to highlight the objective of organizing the event.
Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission gi makhada number block BMMU gi makhada akhoi gi CIF fund haidi community investment fund gi chek mana BI number gi visit khetri mayum amadi akhoi gi cluster coordinator sir lanche balakto mangi makhada CIF fund chek yen thoi ba si khungang da lairiba nupi jingda makhoi gi hingbagi sim ilon gi kaino je phibam je phagal hanba adugi pandam duda hedi MSRLM gi lokhatpa thodani hai tare.
One-day financial literacy awareness program was organized by Manipur State Cooperative Bank at Kairak Tomal, Makhong Community Hall in Kakching District. President of Pm-Istv Limited, P. Ranjit, President of Kakching GP Level, MPCS Limited, Kulahari, and Vice President of Pm-Istv Limited, Y. Subhash Chandra, to attend the program as the main case. MSTV Limited distributed loans to 62 consumers. Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur observed Manipuri Poetry Day at the auditorium of State Central Library, Keshampat. President of Manipuri Sahitya Parishad Imphal, Longjam Joy Chandra, President of Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur, Thaudam Netrajit, former convener of Manipuri Language Advisory Board, Nongmaitham Kiran Kumar, and principal of NG College Imphal, Professor Samurai Lakpam Santibala, graced the occasion as the main case. 23rd edition of the booklet Mapao was also released, and a website for Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur was launched during the function. Mahakabi Anganghal Poetry Award was presented to writers Yumlembam Ibomcha and Lanbon Kabui. President of Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur, Thaudam Netrajit, spoke about the significance of the observance.
Fiction and the Poetry Club ki pandam di, magi logo di, magi apamba di, Manipur Sahitya se, India ki level da, Prithvi ki level da, up tawdana, haidi Dr. Kamal Layo kraba, Hijam Kamal, Hijam Anganghal, aduga Sauba Kamal, Anganghan ki matamdagi romanticism ki matamdagi saukhalak liba Manipur ki Sahitya se, tung chupa, tung koina Manipur ki Sahitya se, angakpa phangna, Prithvi ki level da, yam sauna, khoi saukhatpa, adum iba, aduga new generation mayam ama irakpa, phajaba Sahitya ki level ama, khongchat lama, adum lainanaba khanjari.
In continuation of the Wildlife Week celebration 2025, the Bishnupur Forest Division has launched a targeted awareness campaign involving the installation of posters and signboards across key vulnerable areas within its jurisdiction. The initiative was bolstered by the active participation of students, local residents and wildlife enthusiasts from the region. The initiative was designed to instill public love for wildlife and reinforce anti-poaching measures specifically aimed at curbing the illegal hunting and trapping of deer, migratory birds and other wildlife. It also underscores the urgent need to protect vulnerable species from threats such as illegal hunting and trapping. The Divisional Forest Officer of Bishnupur Forest Division has appealed to the public to actively support the campaign and to remain vigilant. The campaign underscores the Forest Department's unwavering commitment to conserving biodiversity and fostering harmonious coexistence between humans and wildlife. 71st Wildlife Week 2025 observed by DFO Chandal concluded at St. Paul Higher Secondary School. DFO Chandal, Dr. N. Munal Maitai, and Vice Principal of St. Paul Higher Secondary School, Albert Combe, graced the closing ceremony as the main case. Speaking on the occasion, the DFO of Chandal noted that the observance of 71st Wildlife Week has successfully concluded. However, the people must continue protecting the lives of the wildlife. He highlighted the global extinction of wildlife species resulting from humans hunting and killing animals and birds. He urged the students to contribute in balancing the ecosystem of the forest areas of Chandal with conservation of wild animals and birds. On the other hand, students, villagers and personnel of some rifles planted saplings at Kengjoy village under Kengjoy subdivision.
Your own duty is to save the animals. Under the Article 51, Clause 1G also, it is the fundamental duty of every citizen of the country to protect environment and wildlife. You know, when I say wildlife, you may always think only the wild animals, birds. It's not. Wild animals include even the plants also. When mankind is trying to save these living animals and the birds, we ignore these three species.
Secretary of Maibam Konjil Social Progressive Organization, Konkham Ramoni, has sought the attention of the relevant departments to secure the vulnerable river banks along Maibam Konjil in order to mitigate flood threats. She made the statement during the handing over of loom to Kedrimayum Nando, whose family was immensely affected by the recent flood which hit Maibam Konjil. Former General Secretary of BBA, Thokchom Irabanta, donated the loom to Kedrimayum Nando during a program held at Community Hall of Maibam Mayay Laikai. Members of Maibam Konjil Social Progressive Organization and Maibam Mayay Laikai Samat Sembi Nupi Loop to attended the program.
Inaw asida akogi iyamba sina pisa bagi kolama sinabiduna magi mangriba lanching adu masigi kola sina pisa du talaga haiba poching ase khadadasu mateng panglo nukte iyambana pisa bagi kola sibu pibi bagi damakta akogi iyamba iramba tabu matamliba kibikta akoi thagachabu phongdokchari akoi hoji asi torbala si tholiba si kitang mawong tade amuk chawraga di adum kaigini aduna mari leinabana su asing yengjenbiraga phajana amuk repeat tawraga thombinaba aina mayagi mangda phongdokchari.
Kedrimayum Nando informed except for monetary aid from the local MLA and the intending candidate, the government has not reached out to the flood-affected victims so far.
Mangkraba lantum kitang hangkachana ba haiduna mana phisa kola ma khak pibi ba simu aigi thamoi da haraujaba penjaba nungaiba masidagi na penba lejadre sarkar gi maikai dagi di thedokpa kanabadi lejadre adubo akoi gi local MLA na ahambagi oina magna magi local area development dagi victim oiraba koida palising tara tara pibi duna mana pibi ramba pesa aduna jingabal ama makhai ani leiraga ai pakhan macha sida kutharaga lejabani masidagi makha tarakpasu mana mateng pang thine haibiram adu hena pang pasu oisanu haiduna aina local gi MLA busu puning chingsinjari.
PRIPAC has issued a press release to mark its 48th Foundation Day. Chairman, Interim Council People's Revolutionary Party of Kangleipak, Aheba Angom, offered revolutionary salute to the martyrs who sacrificed their lives in the national liberation movement to restore Kangleipak's erstwhile independence. The group also extended greetings to all indigenous people who have shared peaceful coexistence for ages, yet are forced to endure colonial brutality, leaders and comrades of revolutionary organizations and all friendly revolutionary organizations of the VC region and the oppressed people throughout the world. The press release also pointed out the former Chief Minister's statement upon returning from Delhi that Home Minister Amit Shah would oversee the hills while the CM was tasked with managing the valley, and the group claimed that it echoes the British-era power structure that divided the region, where the king administered the valley and the political agent controlled the hills. Its same divide and rule policy aided the press release. Now, the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today inaugurated the 9th India Mobile Congress 2025, Asia's largest telecom, media and technology event at Yashobhumi in New Delhi. Addressing the gathering, Modi said that the country's success in the telecom sector reflects the strength of the Atmanirbhar Bharat vision. He said the country, which once faced difficulties with 2G, now has 5G coverage in nearly every district. The Prime Minister said digital connectivity in the country is no longer a privilege or a luxury, but has become an integral part of every Indian's life. He said the India Mobile Congress event is not just limited to mobile and telecom, but has become Asia's biggest digital technology forum in a few years. The Prime Minister highlighted that the country has recently launched its Made in India 4G stack, which is a major indigenous achievement for the country. Modi said this is the best time to invest, innovate and make in India. The Prime Minister said the country is emerging as an effective platform for innovation and progress. He highlighted that India is now the world's second largest telecom market and the second largest 5G market. The 4-day event will showcase the latest advancements in telecom and emerging technologies, bringing together global leaders, policy makers, industry experts and innovators. More than 150,000 visitors from over 150 countries are more than 400 companies are participating in the event. Now, the international news. Qatar and Turkey's top diplomatic and intelligence officials are set to join the Gaza ceasefire negotiations in Egypt today as mediators push to end the devastating Israel-Gaza conflict. Qatar's Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Sheikh Mohammed bin will travel to Sharm el-Sheikh to join the talks. Turkey's National Intelligence Organization Director Ibrahim Kalin is also scheduled to take part in the negotiations. The negotiations focus on a 20-point proposal unveiled by U.S. President Donald Trump after he met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin in September at the White House. The plan outlines a phased ceasefire for hostages deal. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah and his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron discussed recent developments on the Gaza situations yesterday. Both leaders emphasized the need for an immediate cessation of hostilities, unhindered humanitarian aid, and an exchange of hostages and captives. Before we end, the headlines once again. High time people learn true intention of BJP. Save Manipur from hands of BJP. Pumanil Kangleipa commemorates 293rd Puya May Thaba Numit. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching ISTV News.